At ease. It's your boy Soul Immortal. Now, brothers, y'all know I'm always talking about stick discipline, right? You know, I'm Mr. Anti-rotation. I don't think it's wise for a man to just have a whole collection of women that he's entertaining, you know, on a regular basis in this rotation. And it's not, you know, when I talk about this stuff, I'm not coming from a place of morality. You know what I'm saying? You know, who am I to say what's good and what's bad, how a man should move as far as, you know, that's concerned. I'm coming from a place of, you know, more of a cause and effect type perspective, right? Because you got to understand, when you messing around with a whole bunch of women, guys, you're subjecting yourself to an enormous amount of diseases that roam this planet, right? When you subject yourself to, you know, a whole lot of women, you know, you're putting yourself in position to throw your energy off. I'm always talking about the 95% woman. You know, if you've seen The Beautiful Faces of Evil, you can see the downfall of a man by messing with a woman with sour energy, right? But ultimately, guys, one thing I rarely talk about, and why stick discipline is so important. Brothers, you do not want to have a child with a demon.
Is it not written in your law that ye are gods? You understand what I'm saying? So it just depends on what level you own based on whether you're human or whether you're immortal.
I don't care what she was suffering from. You telling me that a mother could take a weapon and take her own 12-year-old son's life over an SD card? Now, I think it's safe to say that we all know what was on that SD card. I think it's safe to say. I mean, if you scour through my old cell phones, if you scour through some old laptops, some old SD cards, some old microchips, I'm sure you're going to find some stuff that Soul don't want is chilling to be seen. But would I take my child's life over that? It takes a special kind of person. And brothers, I'm telling you, this sister is exhibit A on why we must practice stick discipline. Now, we can always go to success. Let's talk about success for a second, guys, because success is directly tied to your stick discipline. It took me years to understand this. You know, think about the man. Think about the man that's single, that's pursuing the yoni, right? This man is going to spend at least 25% of his life on the low end in pursuit of this thing, right? Think about how many times you're thumbing through the gram, you're looking at Facebook, you're looking at the hotties. Think how much time you're spending DMing women. Think how much time you're spending FaceTiming women and pillow talking on the phone. When you're not doing that, think about how much time you're spending out at the club in pursuit of the yoni. I'm telling you, stick discipline is tied directly to your success. You take that energy, you take that time that you're pursuing the yoni, and you control self, brother, you'll move mountains. You can move mountains with very little effort after that, guys. So success, we all know success is directly tied to it. Another thing we never talk about is energy. Brothers, I've said this once and I'll say it a million more times. You do not want to exchange energy with a sour woman. Some of y'all have watched Beautiful Faces of Evil. Some of y'all have read Proverbs 5. Some of y'all have read about the Jezebels that roam this world, that you know, the Jezebels of history. Brothers, I'm telling you, once you exchange, you know, energy with a low vibrational woman, it's just a matter of time, man, before you hit rock bottom. It's unavoidable. It's unavoidable, guys. So don't exchange energy with a low vibrational woman. And what I mean by that is, if you're getting with these women that are dirty, that have, low morals, low values, low vibrational characteristics, brother, I don't care how thick she is. I don't care how thick she is. I don't care what kind of prophylactics you strap on. You're still exchanging energy with this woman. Don't do it, brothers. Matter of fact, I'll go, I'll say this. Brothers, don't lay with any woman that you don't want to exchange energy with or that you don't want to procreate with, right? And talking about procreation, that's what makes this sister Exhibit A. Guys, you have to stop laying with a woman that you don't want to procreate with, right? I'm telling you, I've heard so many horror stories from guys, right? I heard about guys that have, child support issues, man, where they're in court, every other quarter with some woman trying to get more and more, even though they're going above and beyond for a child. I hear brothers talk about, my girl won't let me see my son. But I can't even imagine a world like that. I mean, I would burn the whole state of Texas down if somebody said, hey, you can't see your son, or I'm holding him back and nobody can stop. But I would burn the whole state down. So I can't imagine going through something like that, man. But going back to this sister right here, brothers, this is insane, man. Some of you brothers are getting with women that are actually a danger to your child. It says this woman confronted her 12-year-old son about this SD card. He said he didn't have it. 12-year-old son said, hey, mom, I ain't seen it. Like, I know what you're talking about, but I haven't seen it. She pretty much said, you know what? I don't believe you. We ain't got the heat and put one in his head, right? And then it said that after he's laying on the ground, still alive, she's walking around making phone calls. She's still operating as if life is normal. Brother, don't you know it takes a special kind of crazy to move like that? It takes a special kind of crazy, man. It says then the sister went back and asked him again, where's my SD card? He said, Mom, I ain't got it. Boom. She took her own child's life. Brothers, I'm telling you, man, this is no laughing matter. This is no game. Brothers, don't be procreating with these women that are the Jezebels of this world. Don't be procreating with these women that are putting your children in danger, man. And it was hard to watch the interview of the son's father, man. I think it's safe to say, to assume they aren't together. They had him in a separate interview. And brother, he was trying to keep it straight, man. He was talking about how good his son was. In the last couple of seconds, he just broke down because he was like, I can't believe this chick, this woman that I chose to lay with is, has taken my son's life, man. It's a real deal, brother. Like, again, we can talk about the success when it comes to stick discipline. We can talk about disease. We can talk about exchanging energy, and all these are serious. But brother, you don't want to think about this. We talk about creation all the time. You think about how significant, think about how important, think about how massive it is to bring life into this world. Brother, you have to be cautious. Very cautious on who you entertain on and who you want to exchange that type of experience with, man, because it can end up like this. There are several stories where women have taken their kids' life. There are several stories where women have taken their husbands' lives. I'm telling you, brother, this is one road. This is one road you don't want to travel, man. Stick discipline. Stick discipline on choosing the right companion would have fixed all of this. At the same time, man, us brothers, we aren't immune, man. Because sisters do the same thing. You sisters pick the wrong companions just as much. Just as much, man. You have no idea how many women I've met in my life, / dated / entertained, that have some of the worst experiences with guys. And I'm gonna keep it 100, man. You have some women, man, that haven't talked to their baby daddy in over a year. You know, the child is growing up, going through middle school, high school, don't see the daddy. He live in the same city and still don't see the child. She's getting no support. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, you do not want to procreate with a person that's not on a certain frequency. Bottom line. Because a lot of people think that, oh, you know what, I got these 18 years to deal with and I'm done. First off, 18 years of dealing with somebody is a long ass time. Anybody that I'm not vibing with, I don't want to have any communication with them for 18 seconds, let alone 18 years because we have a child together. But it goes further than that, man. Think about when your son and daughter is getting married. Think about when they're having their first child. Think about when they're graduating college. Think about when they're having grandkids. Think about when they're sitting in the hospital. You're still going to be interacting with this low vibrational demon that you've chosen to procreate with. Stick discipline, guys. Stick discipline, man. I can't talk about it enough. And I'm not going to sit here and talk like I'm freaking, like I'm holier than thou. Like I'm sitting here with the bronze stick. But I've made my mistakes. I've been low vibrational. I've entertained low vibrational people. You know what I'm saying? So I'm telling you from experience. And I'm telling you, when I did it, my money was always jacked up. My energy was always jacked up. Thank God that I didn't have a child by a low vibrational woman. You know what I'm saying? Brothers, it's real, man. It's real deal, man. Control your stick and you'll simply control your life.